Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing yourself, but not the version you know. A version where everything is wrong, where good is evil, where truth is lies, where hope is twisted into despair. That is the curse of Bizarro, the broken reflection of Superman. But how did such a creature come to exist? Was he born, or was he made? The origins of Bizarro are as fractured as the man himself. In some tales, he is the result of a scientific experiment gone wrong. The genius but twisted scientist Lex Luthor once sought to create his own Superman. A protector who served him, not the people. Using Kryptonian DNA, he attempted to craft the perfect copy. But perfection is not so easy to replicate. Instead of a flawless Superman, what emerged was a distorted echo. His skin pale and cracked like stone. His speech backwards and broken. His mind confused. This was not Superman. This was something else. In other versions, Bizarro is not made by man, but by the universe itself. A cosmic accident. A parallel being created when Superman's image was reflected through strange alien technology. A copy but never whole. A shadow made flesh. No matter the tale, one truth remains the same. Bizarro is Superman, but wrong. Where Superman draws power from the yellow sun, Bizarro often weakens under it. Where Superman's heat vision burns with precision, Bizarro fires cold blasts of ice. Where Superman's breath freezes, Bizarro's breath becomes scorching flames. Everything is inverted, twisted, backward. But here is the tragedy. Bizarro does not know he is broken. In his heart, he believes he is Superman. He believes he is the hero. But the way he sees the world is reversed. To him, saving someone might mean hurting them. Protecting might mean destroying. Love might mean loss. This is why Bizarro is not just a villain. He is a tragedy, because he is trapped in a world he cannot understand. A world where every choice he makes seems wrong. And yet, in his own way, he only wants to be what Superman is, a symbol of hope. But hope twisted becomes horror. And so, Bizarro walks the earth like a child lost in the dark. A child with the power of a god. Superman himself has faced many enemies. Doomsday, Darkseid, Brainiac. Beings of ultimate destruction. But Bizarro is different. Because when Superman looks into Bizarro's pale, shattered face, he does not see a monster. He sees himself, a reflection of what he could have been, if he had been born wrong. And that is what makes Bizarro so dangerous. Not just his strength. Not just his powers. But the terrifying truth that he is Superman's mirror. A mirror cracked beyond repair. And this is only the beginning. For Superman, truth is simple. Protect the innocent. Fight for justice. Be the shining light in the dark. But for Bizarro, the world is upside down. Justice looks like chaos. Protection looks like destruction. And light feels like darkness. When Bizarro wanders into a city, he doesn't come as a conqueror. He doesn't even come as a villain. He comes as someone trying desperately to help. But his help is poison. If Superman saves a child from falling, Bizarro might drop the child from the sky, believing the act itself makes him heroic. If Superman builds, Bizarro destroys. If Superman inspires, Bizarro terrifies. And yet, he doesn't see the difference. To him, this is heroism. This is love. This is hope. It's easy to see why many call him a monster. But the cruel truth is that he is more like a broken child. One who doesn't understand the rules of the world, yet carries the strength to shatter mountains. Over time, Bizarro even created a place of his own. A twisted reflection of Earth. A cube-shaped planet, jagged and broken, hanging in the void of space. The people who lived there were as bizarre as their king. They too spoke in reverses, lived in opposites, and built a society that seemed like parody. It became known as Bizarro World. And in this strange land, Bizarro found something he had always wanted. Belonging. For once, he was not the outcast. Not the mistake. Not the reflection. Here, he was the Superman. The savior. the king. But peace never lasts, because Bizarro's world, like Bizarro himself, was fragile. It could not hold together. Cracked. It warped. It collapsed under the weight of its own contradictions. And when it did, Bizarro returned to Earth. Once again lost. Once again searching for meaning. This is the endless tragedy of Bizarro. He is not like Lex Luthor, who chooses to hate. He is not like Darkseid, who chooses to rule. Bizarro does not choose his path. He stumbles along it. Blind, confused, broken, and yet, when Superman faces him, there is always hesitation. Because how do you fight someone who believes, with every fiber of his being, that he is you? How do you stop a mirror image that only wants to be loved? Do you destroy him? Do you pity him? Do you save him? Superman has tried all three. Sometimes he fights. Sometimes he comforts. Sometimes he banishes Bizarro to his own world again. But no matter what choice he makes, the question lingers. Is Bizarro a threat? Or is he simply a reflection of Superman's greatest fear? The fear that with one small twist of fate, one cosmic accident, one broken moment in his origin, he could have been the monster. He could have been Bizarro. And perhaps that is why Superman never truly destroys him. Because deep down, he knows Bizarro is not his enemy. Bizarro is his shadow. And shadows never go away. Bizarro is more than a villain. He is more than a tragic creation. He is a question made flesh. When Superman stares at him, it is not only a battle of fists. It is a battle of identity. Because Bizarro forces Superman, and us, to ask what truly makes a hero. If powers alone made the man, then Bizarro should have been a savior. He has the same strength, the same speed, the same vision that can shatter worlds. And yet, those same gifts turn to curses in his hands. If origin makes the man, then Superman and Bizarro are not so different. Both came into the world as outsiders. Both were shaped by others, one by the loving hand of the Kents, the other by the cold ambition of Lex Luthor or the cruel twist of alien chance. And yet one became a protector, the other a destroyer. But what if Bizarro had landed in Smallville? What if Jonathan and Martha Kent had raised him, taught him love, given him guidance? Would he still have been broken? Or would he have become something more? That is the haunting truth. Bizarro is not simply Superman's opposite. He is Superman's warning. A reminder of how fragile destiny truly is. And this is why their battles matter. Because Superman does not fight Bizarro with hate. He fights him with mercy, with compassion, even when Bizarro tears down cities. Even when he threatens lives, Superman's heart whispers, "This could have been me." That mercy is what separates them. That mercy is what makes Superman Superman. Yet Bizarro's tragedy continues. He often dies. He often returns, like a broken reflection that can never fully vanish. And every time he does, the same question rises. Is Bizarro a monster to be feared, or a mirror reminding us how thin the line between light and darkness truly is? Some see him as comedy, a parody of Superman. Others see him as horror, a twisted abomination. But in truth, Bizarro is both. He is the laugh that hides a sob. He is the monster that longs to be a man. And maybe, just maybe, that is why Bizarro endures. Because he is not simply the evil Superman. He is every broken dream, every failed attempt, every person who wanted to be good, but stumbled. And in that way, perhaps we should not fear him. Perhaps, in his cracked smile and backwards words, we see a reflection of ourselves. Our flaws, our mistakes, our longing to be more. So the next time Superman looks into the pale, shattered face of Bizarro, he isn't just facing an enemy. He's facing the question every one of us must answer. Are we defined by what we're born from? Or by the choices we make, even when the world sees us as broken? Because Bizarro is not only Superman's reflection. He is ours. And that is the twisted genius of his existence.